Well, it's finally happened. Mario Kart 8 has received its final DLC update. That means that we now have the full roster that we're going to have for the remainder of time, as well as the full course list that we're going to have. Nintendo has already announced that they're no longer going to be making additional content for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And what that means is we have our 8 new courses that we just got in the Acorn Cup and the Spiny Cup, as well as 4 new characters in Pauline, Peachette, Diddy Kong, and Funky Kong. And I have thoughts on all of these. The 4 new characters are, Mario Kart is not really big on differences in characters too much. I personally love Pauline. I think it was more than time for her to get her appearance in a mainline Mario Kart game. Sorry to her, but you just don't count. And I'm happy to see Diddy Kong in a racing game on a Nintendo system. I know that Diddy Kong Racing is widely loved on the N64. It wasn't for me, but I'm glad for Diddy Kong fans everywhere, and I quite enjoyed playing as him. Peachette and Funky Kong are just kind of not a thing for me. I think they're cool additions, but nothing too big. But I don't want to talk too much about the characters. The characters are what they are. They're interesting. It's cool that we have more of them. I'm really thrilled for Pauline. But I want to talk about the courses today. All 8 courses, both the Acorn Cup and the Spiny Cup. I have thoughts on those, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. Rome Avanti is the definition of a middling tour course. It's cool to get Mario's take on Italy's capital, but beyond that, there's nothing really special about it. You drive around the city, see some sights, and get on your way. I didn't really love this one. Fortunately, I can't say the same for DK Mountain. This is one of my favorite Double Dash courses. I used to play it constantly on the GameCube, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's rendition is every bit as fun as I remember. The minute I saw the DK cannon sign at the start of the course, I knew I was in for a blast. And yes, I did mean that pun. Driving downhill, dodging boulders and enemy items is somehow even more fun now than it was in Double Dash. Best course of the Acorn Cup, hands down. Then it was on to Daisy Circuit from the Wii, and I'll be honest, I don't remember this course from my time with Mario Kart Wii, and likely for good reason. Daisy Circuit is just ho-hum. It's a very straightforward course without a very inspired design. The statue of Luigi and Daisy is a nice touch, but that's about all I like about it. The final track of the Acorn Cup is Piranha Plant Cove, and I absolutely love it. The music accompanying this track is, simply put, incredible, and the mix of above and underwater segments coupled with the night setting make this one of the most visually appealing courses in the entire roster, and certainly the best track in the Acorn Cup. Now we're on to the Spiny Cup and its first course, another tour course. This time we're looking at Madrid Drive. I was set to be disappointed with this given how little I liked Rome Avanti, but I was pleasantly surprised by Madrid. The music in this course is excellent. Maybe that's because it's literally the song of my people, but I felt myself getting sucked further into the action by the guitar riffs here. Madrid is also visually varied, offering surprising new elements at every turn, though my favorite was easily the quick romp through a soccer stadium, complete with chanting fans. This is a great course. Next up, we have Rosalina's Ice World from Mario Kart 7. I love seeing older courses get massive upgrades, and Rosalina's Ice World is no exception. It's a fairly standard ice level, albeit with planetoids from Super Mario Galaxy hanging in the sky above, and the best song I've ever heard in a Mario Kart title. I could play this course just to listen to the song on repeat, though without that music and the visual elements tying it to Mario Galaxy, I'm afraid it would fall a little flat. Our penultimate course is Bowser Castle 3 from the original Super Mario Kart. This is one of the most chaotic renditions of Bowser's Castle I've ever experienced, as well as one of the most visually arresting. The way the lava casts a warm glow over the entire course and steam rises from the pits are so impressive that I find myself puzzling over how something that looks this good runs at 60 frames per second on the Switch. Excellent track design, excellent music, and it creates that sense of panic that all great Mario Kart courses do. Finally, we have Rainbow Road from Mario Kart Wii, which is another Galaxy tie-in. This is my favorite rendition of Rainbow Road, and it likely always will be. I've always pictured Rainbow Road existing somewhere out in space, and using Galaxy to make that a reality is perfect. When you hit the giant boost star roughly halfway through the course and it feels like you're going at light speed for a brief moment, I can feel my heart skip a beat. This is Mario Kart 8's final course, and it's a fitting send-off for a game that's entertained us for nearly a decade. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Mario Kart 8 is done. This is it. The next step is Mario Kart 9, and I don't think we'll see it for a few years, or maybe just a couple, who knows. But it will certainly launch on Nintendo's next platform, whether that's the Switch 2 or something else entirely. But I have to say, I was worried that Mario Kart Wave 6 would not be a proper send-off for what has been the most successful Mario Kart game of all time, both on the Wii U and the Switch now, of course. And I was worried that we would just kind of let this game not get the send-off it deserves. However, I'm really pleased overall with the selection of courses here. There are a few, as with every wave, that I didn't love. There are a few that I think are lifted up by one or two elements and are otherwise unremarkable courses. But there are a handful in here, as with every wave, that are just excellent across the board, whether it's the music, the track design, the visuals, the varied, elements of it. There are so many good courses across all of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but Wave 6 is pretty exemplary. I think that Nintendo knew that this was their last chance to really surprise and delight their players, and I'm happy to say that they delivered. The Acorn Cup starts off and gradually improves. It doesn't have the strongest start, but it gets better as it goes on. And if you take both the Acorn Cup and the Spiny Cup as a set, you can see that there's some very intentional design here. Each track is better than the one before it, even if the stakes kind of lower and raise. They're meant to be taken as a 2-course or a 2-cup set. And as that design, I think they're wonderful. I think this is a great play experience. You should pick it up if you have Mario Kart 8, which most Switch owners do at this point, I imagine. But regardless, a great send-off for a great game. We'll have much more on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, including a full tier list of all of the courses in the coming days here on GVG. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like videos like these, and if you do want to support us, feel free to check out our Patreon or join right here as a YouTube member. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.